Clope and Minster welcome you to this broadcast of girls varsity basketball on NKTelco Sports. We're at Minster where the St. Mary's Memorial Roughriders will take on the Minster Wildcats. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: Crown Equipment Corporation, First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Meats, Sydney Allglaze Audiology, Precision Strip, Wagner's IGA, Borchers Floor Center, and NKTelco. I'm Dave Helmstead. Alongside me tonight, Dave Kanapke. Boy, have we got a nice matchup here tonight. Minster and St. Mary's. It's a non-league game, but as we looked at that schedule beforehand, these two teams have only played state-ranked teams over the last 3 games.
Yes, some very good competition. The Roughriders on Tuesday beat a very good Marion local squad by 3. They lost to Shawnee, who's in first place in WBL, and then they beat Bryan by 7. And then Minster, they're in a really tough part of their schedule. They haven't fared so well. Their last 3 games, they lost to New Knoxville, Marion local, and then number 2 ranked in Division 4 Tri-Village. So should be a good matchup. St. Mary's a very good team. John Burke has really turned this program around. Kendall Derringer, a very good player, won over 1,000 points in the last game against Bryan. Minster, a solid team. Maybe not quite at the level they've been at the last couple of years, but it's hard to stay at that state-ranked level of what they have. It's should be a pretty good game between 2 good squads.
Yeah, and for Minster, one of the challenges they'll have on defense is Kendall Derringer. As you said, Dave, a 1,000-point scorer and just a tremendous basketball player.
Yeah, they seem like they play really well together between her. She averages about 13.5 points a game, and Noelle Roraine really is a nice player. Really picked up her game to 12 points a game. I believe those two have played since they're freshmen on varsity. Just a very nice team under Coach John Burke.
Lift your career to new heights with Crown, an innovative global leader in the material handling industry with over a 75-year history of growth and success. We're seeking career-minded candidates for a wide variety of entry-level and skilled positions in our new Bremen, New Knoxville, Salina, Minster, and other U.S. locations. Visit crown.jobs to apply or find us on social media by searching Careers at Crown.
Clope Corporation, America's favorite garage door, is now hiring for all manufacturing and over-the-road Class A CDL driving positions. Clope is the largest residential garage door manufacturer in North America, and we are continuing to grow. Join our team and work in a safe, clean, modern environment. Clope offers a great benefits package as an equal opportunity employer and a drug-free work environment. Imagine the possibilities when you open the door to your career at clope.com/careers.
Are you looking for a new career with amazing growth potential? Nidec Press and Automation is hiring for many positions right now. Nidec is a global company that is growing with its sights on being a billion-dollar company. Machinists, service technicians, human resource personnel, IT specialists, electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, and many more. The opportunities abound at Nidec Press and Automation. Go to minsterjobs.com now to get started on your new career with Nidec.
Now our introduction of our starting lineups will take place here at Minster. Our starting lineups all sponsored by the folks at Sydney Allglaze Audiology. St. Mary's head coach, John Burke, final instructions to his team as his team will be introduced here. And our starting lineups, as I said, brought to you by Sydney Allglaze Audiology. Morgan Hesse, number 5, a junior for the Roughriders. Number 11, Kendall Derringer. Kendall averaging 13.6 points per game. Number 15, Noelle Roraine, 5'10 senior, 12.5 points per game for the Roughriders. Number 20, a junior, Cora Rabel. And in the middle, Carson McLaughlin, 6'1 senior. So it's Hesse, Derringer, Ruane, Rabel, and McLaughlin for the Roughriders. Now for the home team, under head coach Mike Wiss, the Minster Wildcats. Number 14, Lily Barhorst, 5'10" sophomore, averaging 7.4 points per game. And number 4, another junior, Katie McClure. Number 10, a junior, Casey Albers. Albers averaging 10 points a game. Number 13, Morgan Sparks. Another junior averaging 3.4 points per game. And a senior, number 20, senior Ella Mesher. She leads the Wildcats with 10.4 points per game. So those starting lineups all brought to you by Sidney Algley's Audiology. Now it's time to take a look at our keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. First for the visiting St. Mary's Roughriders.
Yeah, for Lady Riders, first they want to, their team goes around Kendall Deringer, great player, everything goes through her, but she needs some support from her teammates. The team that really usually plays well together. Another key is they need to handle the Minster size and also the inside game of the Wildcats.
And the Minster keys to the game tonight.
They've had trouble with passing a lot. They throw a lot of them away. They need to limit that. Then they need to play inside-out offense. They need to get it inside, get into Mesher, and then kick it out to McClure and to Albers to hit the three. And then they're also going to have to play inside and out defenses. There's a lot of good offensive weapons for St. Mary's, so they're going to have to defend the inside and also defend the outside of the Riders as well.
One of the more intriguing non-league matchups of the season right here from Minster on NKTelco Sports. Dave Helmstetter along with me, Dave Kanapke. Minster will have the first possession of tonight's contest as Katie McClure will handle it, number 4. Over to Sparks. Roughriders showing a zone defense.
Not too often you see a team start out in zone, but 2-3 zone it looks like.
So Wildcats will have to figure it out a little bit. As we said, these teams have played a lot of state-ranked basketball squads over the last week, really. McClure connects.
Nice patient offense there by the Wildcats, and they waited for the good shot. McClure hits the tray.
So McClure with a three-pointer lifts the Wildcats into the lead. Deringer with the basketball back over to McLaughlin. Over to the right side it goes and Rabel. Rabel gets it out front to Hesse. Ruane. Out front, McLaughlin. McLaughlin rolls inside. Deringer for the three. Shot no good. Rebound comes down to Mesher. Across the timeline. Ball is loose, but it's picked up there by Sparks. They get it over in the corner. And the Wildcats will set up. Albers, shot no good. Rebound, Barhorse has it tipped away there by Cora Rabel. Deringer on the breakaway, up and in. Oh, it does not go, and the rebound comes down to Barhorse, who clears the boards. Boy, I tell you, Deringer gets out there in a hurry.
Yeah, she is fast. Relatively short player, but she can move with him without the ball. 2-time WBL first team.
That'll earn her spot in the Rough Rider Hall of Fame. Inside it goes to Barhorse. Back over to the right side and Albers. Out front, Sparks. Albers. Boy, it's just kind of unusual to see a zone defense. You just don't see them very well. I mean, you see them throughout the season, but I mean, to starting a game, it's just a little bit different.
Usually teams start with a man-to-man, and there's going to be an over and back there on Minster. Usually teams want to start out the man-to-man because they know who they're matched up with, make sure they know who they have, and then they'll switch to the zone, or they'll switch to the zone when the man-to-man doesn't work. But Coach Burke coming out with strategy, and it worked there as they got the turnover.
Ruane with the basketball. Deringer, she'll shoot the three. Got it. Kendall Deringer will tie it up at 3.
And her 27th 3 of the season.
Guess that makes her, 1,009 points on the season, I believe.
9th Rough Rider, Lady Rough Rider, to make it to the 1,000-point plateau.
Back out front as Roughriders go for the steal. McClurg from the corner, shot no good. Barhorse inside for the rebound, puts it up and it rolls home.
That shot by the sophomore.
You can see Barhorse's presence very quickly.
Yeah, she's a tall and very athletic girl. Started off playing from the bench and got into the starting lineup. We had there's a moving screen there on St. Mary's.
Yep, moving screen goes against the Roughriders. 4:52 to go on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Minster 5, St. Mary's 3. So that'll go against number 33, Carson McLaughlin, the 6'1 senior in the middle for the Roughriders. Pass intercepted. Morgan Hesse. Here come the Roughriders. Noelle Ruane will handle the basketball. Over to the right side it goes, and Hesse. Morgan Hesse puts the ball on the floor. She'll pull it back up, and Hesse will have it, and Ruane now in the corner. Tries to move inside. McLaughlin out front. Daringer will have it. In the lane. Looks for McLaughlin. Outside Hesse. Connects. Morgan Hesse. McLaughlin right on the tiptoes of that one. I think people thought there might be a travel, but not quite.
Yeah, she's kept one of her feet on the floor, and that's all she needed. Good ball movement. Got Rabel there, or Hesse there with the tray.
So McClurg will handle it. Inside it goes to Mesher at the free throw line. Back over to McClurg. She'll shoot the three and connect. Katie McClurg, 5'4 juniors, and a couple of threes, Dave.
Yeah, she averages 6.5. She's had some big game where she hits some threes, and in other games she doesn't score very much.
Daringer's shot no good. McLaughlin and Albers will come down with it. Possibly even Barhorst had a hand on it. It's going to stay with St. Mary's as off the bench comes Ella Jacobs and Oregon Almeyer.
Let's look at this Rider team. Of course, you talk about Daringer and Ruane, 13 and 12, but they got some pretty balanced scoring. They have Hesse averages right at 8. They have Imwally that scores 7. Then you have Rabel that scores 5. Pretty balanced scoring for the Lady Riders.
Ruane handling the basketball, looks inside. There it is for Hesse. Shot no good. Rebound comes down to Albers. Minster with the basketball. McClurg left side. In the corner it goes. Sparks will lose the ball, but comes back up with a measure. Thought it was a little off balance, but she connects.
Sparks did a nice job of not losing the basketball as that goes out of bounds and just able to get it to Mesher. Knocks it down. Mesher on her way to play basketball next year at Findlay University.
Good defense there by Lily Barhorst, tipping that ball out of bounds. Ruane will have it. Out front it comes to Hesse. Daringer looks for Hesse, finds her, puts it up. Shot no good. Rebound. That's Barhorst clearing the boards. McClurg. Back over to Mesher, comes back out front. Barhorst going to work into the lane, trying to make that move off the glass. Nice move by the sophomore.
Did a nice job of getting positions there, and then she just jumped up, and she has 4 points for the Wildcats.
12-6. Ruane will shoot the three. Count it.
Ruane with her 35th three, and all threes for the 9 points for the Roughriders.
Ruane connects on three. Beautiful arc. It's a 3-point Minster lead. Back on offense. Here come the Wildcats. Albers inside. Mesher, turnaround off the glass. Boy, what a move. Smooth move. A lot of summer work to make that look easy. Daringer into the lane, and she'll draw the foul as she dumped it quickly off to Hesse. Or rather make that Jacobs, number 1, who's just into the lineup for St. Mary's.
Foul on Morgan Sparks. She's like the defensive specialist on this Minster team. I think both offenses are doing well. Both offenses are being patient, finding the open spot. And Minster really shooting well right now with a 5-point lead. Right now,
Corin Meyering into the lineup, number 5, and number 32, Claire Lamb, also into the lineup for Minster. On the baseline, the Roughriders have it. Back out to lose the basketball. Allemeyer, as now Albers will bring it up court. Back out to Barhorst. Out front, McClurg. You can hear Coach Mike Wiss yell, swing it. That motion in the passing game. Barhorst back out to Albers. Clock at 1:20 to go here on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Open, Lamb, shot no good. Rebound, Daringer, fast break, Roughriders. Lead pass from Daringer to Hesse. Up, shot does not go, and Barhorst continues to dominate on the boards.
St. Mary's has had some good opportunities on some fast breaks, but haven't been able to capitalize like on that one.
Barhorst into the lane. Ruane is there, and she's going to be guilty of a foul. And Noelle Ruane will pick up the foul. That's her first. 53.1 seconds to go. As Barhorst will shoot the free throws. Lily averaging 7.4 points per game.
Free throws not the best part of Minster's game as a team, only hitting 52% of their free throws.
Barhorst, second attempt coming up. 5-point Minster lead. Rebound, Ruane. Daringer up court quickly. 3-point shot, a little bit short by Allemeyer. McClurg with a rebound. St. Mary's pressing, and that's a turnover by the Wildcats. Daringer's thinking about the three, but she'll hold up. And now she'll shoot it. A little bit too strong. Ball tipped away. Jacobs will come down with it, but taken away by Barhorst. McClurg has it across the timeline, and Minster has a great chance here to really increase a 5-point lead here in the opening quarter of play. Inside Barhorst, turnaround jumper off the glass and in. 16-9 our first quarter score. Daringer goes to the right side. She's got the open shot, but it's blocked. As the buzzer sounds, McClurg gets a hand on it. So, first quarter of basketball, pretty good pace of play here. Minster 16. The St. Mary's Roughriders 9. You are watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it. And online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Second quarter basketball coming up here on NKTelco Sports. A good first quarter for Minster. I don't know, I thought Katie McClurg hit a couple big threes there for the Wildcats. That's some outside shooting against that zone defense that's unexpected.
Yeah, we talked about an inside-out offense, and they really hit that. McClurg hit those threes as they turned it over there. They shot 7 of 10 from the field. They were 5 of 6 on their twos, 2 of 4 on their three-point attempts, where St. Mary's only 3 of 12 from the field. They have yet to hit a two-pointer. They hit 3 of their 7 threes.
Back out Daringer, shot no good. The rebound comes back to the Roughriders. Ruane in and out. Rebound comes down to McClurg, but it's going to be a jump ball as Daringer and McClurg both end up with the basketball. So St. Mary's will inbound it. Daringer will toss it in.
I think St. Mary's is getting good looks. They're taking the right shots. They're just not falling so far.
Got a whistle, and I think a screen foul on Cora Rabel. That's her first, number 20 for the Roughriders.
I didn't see what was happening there. Minster's done a nice job after McClure hit those early threes. They did a nice job of Barhorse and Messer. Barhorse she's been a beast on the boards, and she just seems a little quicker underneath than what St. Mary's can match up. She's out of the ball game right now.
McClure will bring it across the timeline against Derringer. Albers with the ball, working against Hesse. Inside pass, Messer, boy, Derringer just all over that, creates a turnover. And the steal for St. Mary's. Derringer up, left-handed shot, no good. McLaughlin comes down with a rebound, but there's going to be a foul, and see who that goes against. Should go against the Wildcats. Looks like number 5, Myron.
Derringer is just so fast. It's so effortless. She just seems like she moves really fast and gets to the right spot. Good passer. Just an all-around great player.
Roughriders could use a score here, down by 7. Derringer goes inside, tries to find Ruane, but it's taken away by Messer. Messer on the break. She'll find Barhorse. Barhorse doesn't get the shot to go, but Albers with a rebound. That shot doesn't go. So Wildcats had a couple of open looks at the basket and come away with nothing.
Yeah, some great opportunities. They could have had the score doubled. Still looking good with a 7-point lead.
Derringer into the lane. Wow. Tough move, and Kendall Derringer will slip inside the lane and get the basket. Roughriders' first field goal of the night.
Great body control there by the 5'8" senior.
Reese Wabel, a freshman, number 14, into the St. Mary's lineup. She handles the basketball. Back over to Ruane. Ruane works to the baseline, puts the shot up, and it's going to be a foul. And I think Ruane will go to the free throw line.
St. Mary's is showing that a little bit more of their quickness. Minster has more size, but St. Mary's has more quickness, and it's resulted already in 6 turnovers against Minster, and we're getting some openings on their drives. And Ruane, 5'10" senior, over 12 points a game, hits the first one.
Noelle Ruane connects on the free throw as Katie McClure comes back into the contest for the Wildcats. As we said earlier, Katie hit a couple of big threes in that first quarter for Minster. Ruane trying to cut the lead to 3 points with the free throw. It's short, hits the front of the iron, but McLaughlin gets it and tries to put it back up and draws the foul, and McLaughlin will go to the free throw line.
It's a big offensive rebound. I think she's had 3 of them this quarter. For the senior, one of 5 seniors on this team. McLaughlin, 6'1" senior, 7 points a game, 2 shots.
And McLaughlin will knock that one home. Just looking, Carson's 18 out of 44, 40% at the free throw line. This is the second one, but we got a whistle. That usually means a lane violation, so Carson's going to try that one again.
So that doesn't even count for a missed shot, does it?
No, it does not. So 40% we're at. How about that? Glothin's got a couple of points and a couple of made free throws.
That was, to quote the late Meatloaf, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
That's right, yeah. May he rest in peace, by the way.
I've been waiting all game for that.
We've been waiting. It didn't take you long. 5:50 to go in the first half. So McClure, she's open. They're going to let her take it. They're going to let her take it. She's 3 of them.
3 of 3 for the junior.
She keeps shooting them, and it's still going to be a 5-point difference in this thing. McLaughlin shot no good. Rebound comes down to Barhorse. Sparks gets it up to Messer. She's going to the baseline. She'll draw the foul. Let's see who that's on. Pick your choice there. That's going to go against Ruane, which is her second.
Messer is just so smooth. You can see why she's going to play at the next level. A lot of times when they have teams that pressure against it, she'll dribble a lot of times. She hits the first one. And for a 6-foot senior, she can dribble and take that ball all the way up and down the court. She's a very athletic player. She has 5 on the night.
Messer going for the second free throw here tonight. And Set sight, aim, and nothing but net. 7-point game. Cora Rabel will bring it up. Daringer will go out to the wing. Minster switched to a 1-3-1 zone. Shot no good as Cora Rabel shot off target. Up court, Sparks will have it. Into the lane. Albers back out front to McClurg. Daringer on her. Into the lane goes Albers back over to Mesher. Sparks will shoot the three. No good. Rebound comes down to Morgan Hesse. Rabel up court, Ruane. Ruane pulls it back out. Mesher on her. Some great matchups in this game when you start to look at it. Really dig down and look at who's playing against each other. This is good stuff. Yeah. Back out front, Ruane. She's going to shoot the three and gets it. It's like a truth or dare. I mean, are you going to hit it or are you not going to hit it?
Yeah, good ball movement, Ruane. With her second three, she has 7 to lead the Roughriders.
Albers. Timeout, Minster. Our timeout's all brought to you by Precision Strip. It's going to be a full timeout by Minster coach Mike Wiss. Our score, Minster 24, St. Mary's 17. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
All Glaze and Sydney Audiology are committed to providing the most advanced and affordable hearing care solutions.
Did you know that more and more insurances are offering coverage for hearing aids and that we are the most comprehensive provider in the area?
Because we want to serve all in our community, we partner with agencies such as Medicaid, OOD, Sertoma, and most recently the VA, helping our veterans find local solutions to their problems.
Don't leave unused benefits on the table this year. Call us today to see if you qualify.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
Crown Equipment Corporation.
Grand Lake Health.
(24-17), Minster with the lead. Coach Mike Wiss takes a timeout after they hit the three. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of strategy we have here.
I don't know if he wants to switch this 1-3-1. They like to run this zone offense, zone defense. You have Mesher, very athletic and tall girl on that point.
Roughriders looking at a 1-3-1 zone now. Ruane, jump shot, 15-footer is good as Ella Jacobs, the sophomore, off the bench for the Roughriders, connects.
That was a big basket there, Jacobs. That's a contested shot. Coach Wiss has to be happy with his offense. They only average about 42 points a game, and they're well on their way with 24 about halfway through this second quarter.
Shooting the ball well. Entertaining first half of play. You're getting your money's worth if you're here tonight. There's Daringer, the steal. Trying to go inside. Can't get the shot to go, but Sparks is going to be called for the block.
Daringer gets the steal and should be called before the shot, so just a common foul, fifth foul, second foul on Sparks, so keep an eye on that. She's the one who guards Daringer.
Daringer with the basketball. Back out front to Cora Rabel. Rabel over to the left side of Ruane as Jacobs comes out with a screen. Ruane, nice move inside, but can't quite get the shot to go. Good defense by the Wildcats. Here they come the other way. Sparks back out front. McClurg, Daringer on her. And Albers with Jacobs guarding her closely inside. Mesher, 15-footer. Shot no good. Ruane, good position for the Roughriders. Daringer up to Jacobs. Jacobs will get back out to Ruane. Daringer trying to go off a screen by Hesse and does. Daringer.
Nice shot. 7. She just found an opening and just found a way to make a basket there. A little underhanded scoop shots, if you will.
St. Mary's pulls within 3 points. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go here in the first half. Mesher into the lane, back over to Sparks. Short jumper, got it. Nice shot there, Sparks. That's a nice shot right there.
Nice shot set up there by Mesher as Rabel tries a three.
Rabel has to pull back, takes a shot, no good, and Sparks again with a rebound. 2 minutes to go, first half of play. But Clerg says, let's try it again. Not this time, Ruane, but Barhorse wins that battle. Back over to the right side of Mesher. Inside it goes to Barhorse, working on Ruane. Ruane's got 2 fouls. Ball goes to the floor. Deringer will pick it up.
Triple team there on Barhorse paid off for the Roughriders.
Ruane, she's going to shoot the three. No. Rebound, Sparks. Minute and a half to go. Lead pass to Mesher, a step too much. And the Wildcats will have the turnover.
Talk about one of the keys to their passing. It's 10 turnovers they've already had against it. A lot of that you have to credit the quick defense for the Roughriders.
Lindy Himmelgarn, number 12 into the lineup, and number 32, Claire Lamb for Minster. Clock counting down, 1:27 to go. First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Deringer over to Hesse, back out to Deringer. McClurg on her, Ruane open on the right side. She puts the ball to the floor, comes back out. Rabel, left-handed dribble, up, shot no good, own rebound, no good. Rebound comes down to Inskeep. Mesher, St. Mary's coach John Burke wanted a foul. Mesher inside, puts it up and in. And it's 28-21.
Nice move by the senior there, Mesher. She had a step and she took advantage of it for the points.
Rabel. Wildcats come up with a big steal. That's Casey Albers. Big time defensive play. Ball tipped it. Brought in by Inskeep. Albers will have it. Or rather, Lamb, excuse me. JV and varsity games are running together for me. Yep. Sorry.
You do a few of them.
Final 20 seconds of this one. McClurg shot no good. Rebound comes down to Morgan Hesse. Fires it up court. But Mesher on the interception, off balance. It will roll home and count. And the foul will go against Deringer.
Wow, that was a big sequence there, and that St. Mary's got a little careless, threw it away. Mesher did a nice job of going for it. Split defender drew the foul, not up. Made the basket. Chance to a 3-1 play and drew the second foul on Deringer.
10-point Minster lead. 11 points for Ella Mesher. Big time play. Final seconds. Roughriders trying to utilize the final seconds of this one. Deringer goes to the baseline. She'll push it back out to the corner. And the shot no good by Rabel. So our first half is over. What a half. Good half for the Minster Wildcats. Our score, the Minster Wildcats 31, the St. Mary's Roughriders 21. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Wagner's IGA has been servicing their communities for more than 95 years, spanning 3 generations. Wagner's founded their business on 2 basic principles: excellent customer service and quality products. Visit all our locations and experience the finest selection of deli, fresh meats, and variety of beverage choices. While there, don't forget to check out our vast selection of fresh coffee beans, produce, dairy, and bakery items. Visit Wagner's today in Minster, Fort Laramie, and New Bremen, and check us out on Facebook.
Kemmler Orthopedic Center is focused on a personalized, caring approach to treat all aspects of orthopedics, including total joint replacement, shoulder reconstruction, stem cell injections, and more. Dr. James Kemmler and Jed Cooney, certified PA, are dedicated to providing the best orthopedic care in the Grand Lake region. Kemmler Orthopedic Center has offices located in Salina and Van Wert, along with extended evening hours. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-586-5760.
We are here, and here, and here. Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We are certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
We're here at halftime at Minster. Dave Helmstetter alongside me tonight, Dave Kanapke. Good high school girls basketball game here. A very interesting, highly competitive game between Minster and St. Mary's. And boy, I'm interested to see what those first half numbers are. Our halftime report brought to you by Wagner's IGA.
Yeah, you look at the shooting, that really tells the tale. Minster 12 of 20 from the field goal. St. Mary's only 7 of 27. On the three-point attempts, Minster a very good 4 of 7. St. Mary's 4 of 12. Not a lot of free throws, very similar. St. Mary's 3 of 4, Minster 3 of 5. Another story is the turnovers. 10 turnovers against Minster has really been their only downfall compared to 5 for St. Mary's, and the rebounding has been controlled, especially with the loaded bar horse. They have 13 rebounds compared to just 9 for St. Mary's. Individual scoring pretty balanced on both teams as they each had 9 players score. Ella Mesher and Katie McClure both with 9, Lily Barhorse with 8, Casey Albers with 3, Morgan Sparks with 2. For the Roughriders, Kendall Deringer with 7, Noelle Ruane with 7, and you have Hesse with 3, McLaughlin and Jacobs with 2. Good ball game so far. Minster really has played really good. I'm sure Coach Wiss has to be happy with his team. I talked to him before last Saturday's game when they played Tri-Village. He talked about, it's a really tough schedule, but something out of this tough schedule they had, they really beefed it up this year that they're getting better out of this, and I think they're really shown today. They really come out and play some
definitely they were prepared and ready to play, and there was no big run like Tri-Village had on them in their last start. And I don't know, number 4 there with the basketball for Minster, Katie McClure, she hit some big shots in that first half from the outside when St. Mary's is in a zone defense.
Yeah, when she hits that, it just opens it underneath with Barhorse and Mesher, and they can really balance out their offense.
McClure goes inside, tipped away there by Carson McLaughlin for St. Mary's. So McClure will inbound the basketball. And of course, Ella Mesher had just the usual solid first half of basketball. Wildcats try to go inside, taken away. Here on the break now comes Cora Rabel. Rabel gets it over to Deringer in the corner. Deringer. Back over to Hesse. Rabel. McLaughlin. Ruane takes it to the baseline, puts it up and in. Boy, that was a nice lead by Noelle Ruane.
Nice play there. She drove there, had somebody right in their face, pulled up, banked it home.
And you also mentioned Lily Barhorst, who's handling the basketball there. She did an excellent job on the boards in that first half for Minster.
Yeah, I don't keep individual rebounding, but she had a whole bunch, and I bet she had 7 or 8 of them.
She had a bunch of the number that Minster had, that's for sure. Seemed like that's who we were calling on the rebounds. Albers tries to go inside to Mesher. Mesher's going to dish it off to Barhorse off the glass. And boy, what a nice combination for the Wildcats.
Yeah, 6 foot and 5'11" and unselfish like that, it works great.
Ruane shot off target. McClure at 5'4" with a rebound. Barhorse goes to the left side of Morgan Sparks. Sparks in the corner. She'll bring it back out. McClure back over to the right side, and Albers. Out front is Barhorst. Into the lane she goes. think she took an extra step, and that's what the call will be. So it's a 10-point lead for Minster, 33-23, with 6:07 to play here in the third quarter action.
MAC WBL action. This is the fifth of 6 MAC opponents that St. Mary's will have. They're 4-0 on the season, including they gave the only loss to the New Knoxville Rangers.
Yep, New Knoxville. They also just coming off a win over Marion Local.
And also New Bremen, and also Fort Recovery. They got St. Henry in about a week. So
Beringer gets it inside to McLaughlin. Shot blocked there by Mesher, but they're going to rule it. Contact is made, and that'll put Carson McLaughlin at the free throw line.
Follow up on that point, Minster. This is their third of 4 WBL opponents. They're 2-0. In about a week or so, they play OG, who they just added to their schedule. Schedule that is already pretty tough, and they added opponents like OG, Tri-Village. Arcanum they lost to is a very good team. They also Liberty Benton. They really beefed up their schedule and made a good schedule unbelievably tough.
Well, Tri-Village over the last few years have always had a great tradition, and this is supposedly for Tri-Village. This is the year that should be theirs, but a lot of competition in that tournament for the Patriots. They got to go up against Fort Laramie.
Fort Laramie knocked them out in the regional final last year. Shot off the mark at Barhorse. They had their top 8 players back from last year, and they have a lot of their starters are still juniors. So
it's incredible. Beringer on the baseline gets it back over to Rabel. Rabel gets it to Lane into the lane. Shot no good. McLaughlin had her hands on it. I gotta say it goes off of Sparks, I believe. 9-point Minster lead, and the ball goes into Ruane. Deringer inside. Sparks is on her.
Sparks a nice defender, quick guard. Matches up well with Deringer.
Deringer makes the shot off the screen from Morgan Hesse.
Deringer makes some nice shots at some tough angles there. She banks that one home.
She's got 9, as does Ruane for the Roughriders. Sparks, 15-footer. Shot doesn't go. Rebound, and it's going to be a foul. Let's see who that goes against. It's going to go against Ella Mesher, I believe.
Yeah, her second foul.
Reagan Allmeyer comes into the game, number 2 for the Roughriders.
I'm sure John Burke, probably at halftime, I don't think the shot selection was bad, but they got to shoot better than, shot about right at 25%. They're a better shooting team than this. They average over 53 points a game, and there's a steal almost. Ruane comes back with it.
Beringer from the corner, shot no good. Battle for the rebound. It'll come down to Albers for Minster. Here comes McClure. Ball tipped away by Deringer. McClure will have it back over to Albers. 3:55 to go. Third quarter action from Minster here on NKTelco Sports. Barhorse working up against McLaughlin. They get it back out to Sparks into the lane. Tries to put a left-handed shot up, but she's going to draw the foul. And Morgan Sparks made a nice move there.
Sparks, I mentioned, she's kind of a defensive stopper, a quick guard. As the season's gone on, she's looking for a shot more. She has a nice shot and has some quickness, and I'm sure she'll develop that as she goes along. She's just a junior. She misses the first one.
Sparks will try and put Minster up by 8 points on this free throw. Second free throw is there. First National Bank Think First scoreboard, 34-26. Minster over St. Mary's. Deringer back over to Ruane. Hesse comes out. Ruane goes inside, taken away by Mesher. Mesher, fast break, Barhorst. Off the glass. Shot doesn't go. Deringer will have the rebound, but we got a foul once Deringer came down with a rebound. You wonder how Deringer somehow got in there and got that rebound.
She's just a smart player. She's only 5'8". She doesn't the roster says 5'8". She doesn't look 5'8", but she's just as quick and just smart. She knows where the ball is going to be, and it's a nice
4 years of varsity basketball.
Yep.
There's a nice pass inside. Shot does not go. Almeyer with the rebound. Hesse's shot just wouldn't fall. She gets another chance. And she'll draw the foul from Albers, I believe. Hesse's just saying, like, what do I got to do here?
Yeah, and that was a nice, quick one-handed pass that Derringer whipped it in there. She didn't hesitate, and that's the instincts that she has. That she had 2 good passes in that possession. See if Hesse can hit some foul shots, and I think it's in her head right now.
Yep. She got to regroup as lots of subs here for Minster. They make a rotation, so to speak, at the 3:04 mark of the third quarter. We got Lindy Hemmelgarn into the lineup for one, as Hesse's free throw no good. Hemmelgarn will bring it up court. Number 5 also in the lineup, Meyering. She'll handle the basketball. Inside to number 32, Claire Lamb. Mesher will come out, top of the arc. Back over to Lamb. Meyering runs the cut across, and they go inside to McClurg. McClurg gets it back out. Meyering. McClurg into the lane. Derringer on the defense. Rebound. Good defense there. Good rebound by Lamb. Back out to Mesher. Inside off the glass. We're going to have a foul. Morgan Hesse will draw the foul. The junior picks up her first.
Nice rebound there by Claire Lamb as Mesher hits the first one to keep that possession alive. Lamb, a pretty good story. Tore ACL in the summer. Early in the summer, worked all the way back. I think this is her 4th game back. She came back in the Knoxville game.
Mesher's got 13 points as she connects on 2 free throws, and the lead jumps back to 10 points for Minster. Ruane back over to Derringer.
Back in the 1-3-1.
Back over to Almeyer. Back over to Derringer. Derringer, Mesher on her. Ruane will have it. Derringer gets it inside. Hesse, shot no good. Derringer will get the rebound. Get it again. Pushes it back out to Ella Jacobs, who will get her second basket of the night.
The Energizer Bunny, Derringer to keep that alive. Much needed basket for the Roughriders.
36-28. Boy, they almost reeled that one in. Hemmelgarn's pass over to McClurg. There's the steal. Derringer trying to go on McClurg. McClurg is going to be guilty of the foul.
Just the first foul. You touched on a little bit. Derringer's a member, was 2 times first team WBL member of the Hall of Fame. I think something that St. Mary started, at least in the girls program a couple of years ago, that they have a Hall of Fame that if you make first team all league, you're in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, they did that. They just did it with the boys program this year.
Okay.
Actually, it was last year, but with COVID, they were forced to. The ceremonies were delayed a year, which they did against a game against Dublin Jerome. There were 40 inductees for.
Yeah, so they went back and everybody who's ever made it. That's a nice way to do it. It's a clear-cut distinction. If you make all league, you're in. Oh, you're in. It's a good, and that's a good. Gives that some recognition, and that make first team in the WBL. You're a pretty good player.
Yep, it's a good. Got a timeout by St. Mary's with 37 seconds to go. Full timeout, I believe. So all timeouts tonight brought to you by Precision Strip. Let's take a break. Minster 36, St. Mary's 28. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com. New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Park National Bank, Cargill, St. Henry Bank, Chiltex LLC, Speedway Lanes.
St. Mary's takes the timeout. Roughriders trail by 8 points, and boy, they're right at this make or break point in the game here for St. Mary's as they trail by 8 points, so every possession beginning to count. And Coach John Burke wanted to make sure that the Roughriders are in sync on this possession.
Yeah, they've had Minster's offense has gone a little flat, so I think there's a little opportunity for St. Mary's to get back into this game, or at least cut into this lead. He wants a good possession here.
Let's see what St. Mary's does. Reese Rabel, number 14, a freshman, into the lineup for St. Mary's. Back over to McLaughlin. Goes to Daringer. Daringer goes to the right side. McLaughlin's going to roll inside. Daringer will take the shot. No good. McLaughlin rebound. Shot no good. And it comes down to Albers on the rebound. That's going to end the third quarter. And our score, the Minster Wildcats 36. St. Mary's Memorial Roughriders 28. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Winners Meats. Quality meats for 4 generations. Hoagie Lumber. Hilsman Automotive.
Are you looking for a new career with amazing growth potential? Nidec Press and Automation is hiring for many positions right now. Nidec is a global company that is growing with its sights on being $1 billion company. Machinists, service technicians, human resource personnel, IT specialists, electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, and many more. The opportunities abound at Nidec Press and Automation. Go to minsterjobs.com now to get started on your new career with Nidec.
All timeouts here tonight brought to you by Precision Strip. We don't want to forget to remind you of that. St. Mary's will start the fourth quarter. They will have the basketball, 36-28. Minster with an 8-point lead on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Daringer back over to Ruane. McLaughlin with the screen. She rolls inside. Ruane goes back out. Daringer with the basketball. Ruane scoots inside, but she'll come back out and get the basketball. Lob into McLaughlin, up and in. Carson McLaughlin got 5 points, an easy bucket. That's 36-30.
Nice catch there to finish there. Minster in the third quarter got away, only had 1 of 8 from the field, but they only lost 1 on their lead. It was 8 points. It was 10 at halftime, but one a little flat there in the second half. St. Mary's a little better, 4 of 10 in the third quarter.
Sparks gets it back out to McClurg. Jacobs guarding her. Double team. Back out to Sparks.
The offense isn't flowing quite as well as it was in the first half. Lamb with the turnaround.
Lamb's shot no good. Ball's on the floor. Ruane goes for it. Gets it up and gets it to McLaughlin. Here comes the Riders on a break. Jacobs, but McClurg does good defense, cuts her off. Back over to Ruane from Daringer. Shot from three-point land, no good by Hesse, or by Rabel. Battle for the rebound. It's going to be a jump ball as Ella Jacobs and Morgan Sparks tied up. Taking a look at team fouls as we start this final quarter of play. Minster has 5, St. Mary's 2.
Well, we'll see if
Wildcats will have the basketball.
See if St. Mary's can take advantage of that and get to the line. They need 2 of them before they can get that. See if Minster can get their offense back on track here in this possession.
McClurg. Foul will go against McClurg, as you can see. 6:18 to go, and that'll be McClurg's second.
15 turnovers against Minster.
Starting to add up a little bit here. Daringer gets it to Coral Rabel, back out to McLaughlin. Daringer can't quite come down with that one. That's a big turnover by the Roughriders.
Yeah, you sense that the momentum was starting to shift St. Mary's way, but you said that hurt right there for the Roughriders.
Albers, he'll bring it up court. Minster gets it across the timeline. Boy, great defensive persistence by the Roughriders there. Barhorst looks inside. There's Mesher. When in doubt, you go to your senior leader, and Mesher connects.
That was a tough shot. It just knocked out of bounds. It's a good pass by Barhorst, but Mesher was almost completely under, and she leaned back and made it. That's a tough shot, and a big basket there for Minster.
Ruane with the basketball. Back over to Daringer. Daringer inside, Jacobs. Cora Rabel back out to Ella Jacobs. Jacobs inside, off the glass. Albers will draw the foul. A shot doesn't fall, though.
Ella Jacobs, the sophomore, sparked the Riders. Just had 4 points, a chance for 2 free throws here.
Ella Jacobs, 10 out of 16. Coming into tonight's contest, they'll connect on the free throw. Morgan Hesse, the junior, comes back in for St. Mary's.
It's about the point where St. Mary's is going to make their run. It's where they need to.
Second free throw just hits the edge of the rim. Minster with a rebound. 7-point game. Wildcats, McClurg with the basketball. Daringer on her. Got a timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout as Mike Wist takes the break. All timeouts brought to you by Precision Strip. I'd like to take this opportunity to remind you that NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of tonight's high school basketball action on NKTelco Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503. Sunday, January the 30th at 10 a.m. and Sunday, February the 6th at 6 p.m. You can also watch more games on demand for YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. 5 minutes, 10 seconds remain. Minster has 7 fouls. St. Mary's has 2. What do you think the timeout's about?
I think he wants to adjust their offense here. I think he realizes it's been the offense was great in the first half, trying to get some of that back, and he knows St. Mary's is going to make a run at some point, as now St. Mary's, a little cat and mouse, they switch to a zone. You set up a play against man-to-man, and the other coach switches to his zone.
That's okay. Well, coaches are allowed to coach in these games.
That's right.
Love it.
And as they call another timeout, they switch back to man.
Yep. Mesher will have it out front. Ruane comes out on Barhorse. Sparks inside the Mesher. She traveled. Took that extra step. Morgan Hesse had the task of defending against her.
That's been their bugaboo tonight. Their shooting's been good tonight, but now up to 16 turnovers over Minster, and St. Mary's loses it.
A big one there. Daringer lost her footing. Sparks goes down the lane, puts it up and in. I tell you, Morgan Sparks, the junior, comes up with a really big basket there, and the lead now is 9 points. She's got 5 points on
the game so far. Those are killers when turnovers turn to points the other way.
Daringer will shoot the three. Shot no good. Rebound to Albers. McClurg. Up to Sparks. McClurg. Back over to Albers. Clock at 3:51 to go. And
Minster trying to stop a 3-game losing streak and play ball, see if they can bring it home.
There's the steal. Ruane. Daringer's got some time, and she connects. Timeout. St. Mary's. 6-point difference, 3:33 to go. Full timeout for St. Mary's. Our score, Minster 40, St. Mary's 34. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Allglaze and Sydney Audiology are committed to providing the most advanced and affordable hearing care solutions.
Did you know that more and more insurances are offering coverage for hearing needs and that we are the most comprehensive provider in the area?
Because we want to serve all in our community, we partner with agencies such as Medicaid, OOD, Sertoma, and most recently the VA, helping our veterans find local solutions to their problems.
Don't leave unused benefits on the table this year. Call us today to see if you qualify.
St. Mary's on the defense. They'll get it up to Barhorse. The Wildcats do, that is. Across the timeline, Mesher will have it. St. Mary's comes out in man-to-man defense. They've only got 2 fouls, 2 team fouls, so they need to put somebody at the free throw line. There's a steal. Jacobs had it. Possession arrow, let's see, it goes to the Roughriders, so the jump ball favors St. Mary's, so some good defense there.
Good defense. That was a case where Albers just dribbled too much. She dribbled and didn't go anywhere with the ball, and she was being double teamed there. She did a nice job of hustling and made it a jump ball and not just a turnover.
Daringer goes inside to Ella Jacobs. Jacobs back over to Daringer. There's Ruane. Puts the ball on the floor. Looks inside. She's going to find Hesse, and she'll draw the foul, and Albers makes contact.
Nice ball movement there. Ruane didn't have the shot, but looked for Hesse, and Hesse has a chance for 2 foul shots, and just under 3 minutes to go. And St. Mary's a pretty good foul shooting team. And they can go to the foul line a lot if they can get there on. But right now, Hesse misses the first one.
Hesse struggling just a little bit at the line tonight, as Lamb will come in.
Every possession pretty key as we go down the stretch here, especially for the Riders. Down 6.
Second free throw is good, so the lead is 5 points for Minster. They'll get it inbounds to Sparks. It's going to be a foul right there by Cora Rabel. Junior pick up St. Mary's 3rd team foul. It's only her 2nd.
Still afford to be very aggressive.
McClurg gets it back to Mesher. Mesher with Ruane. Mesher handling the basketball out front. Back over to McClurg. McClurg gets it to Sparks. Sparks looks for the lane, gets it in the corner. McClurg will shoot the 3. Not this time. Rebound is Sparks, though. Right bounce into the hands of Morgan Sparks, and she comes over the big basket.
That was a big
42-35.
She's the right spot at the right time, and that stretches to 7-point lead.
You almost wonder how she got the rebound. There it is. Ruane will connect. 42-38. 4-point difference as we approach 2 minutes to go in this one. McClurg up court. Gets it into Barhorse. Barhorse over to Sparks. Shot partially blocked. Battle for the rebound. Let's see what we do. It's going to be a jump ball, and that's going to favor Minster, I do believe. Yes, 2:01 to play, and McClurg will inbound it. So the possession arrow, the ally of Minster this time.
Able to keep it on this side with 2:01 to go.
Inbounds to Albers. Daringer almost had the steal there. And I'm at a loss.
Offensive foul. Albers just moved her elbow a little bit and then did it a couple times and right in front of the referee and costly turnover.
She has 4 fouls too. With the basketball as Rabel. Over to Daringer. Daringer's trying to go inside. Albers is going to foul out. 1:49 to go in this one, and Albers is going to go to the bench. And at the free throw line, it's going to be Kendall Daringer, and this one's going to get a little bit tighter, Dave.
Kendall Daringer, she's a 71% foul shooter, senior, 4th year on varsity, and definitely who the Roughriders want to have there is Coach Wiss taking his, 30 seconds or a minute that you have to get a substitution in.
I believe it's 30 seconds, isn't it? I'd have to go to the rule book, but you do get some time before you make that substitution, and it's Claire Lamb will come in.
I'm a way to kind of do a mini type of ice in the shooter, but I don't think that's going to affect Daringer.
Played a lot of basketball in her day. Focus, free throw, as we jinxed her. Off the front of the iron. Funny, peculiar bounce. Second free throw, no good. So, Riders misses 2, so the Wildcats are back at it with a 4-point lead. Barhorst. A double team. McClurg goes inside. Lamb gets it back out to McClurg. Clock at a minute 30. Got a foul in the backcourt. That's going to go against Cora Rabel.
If you're Minster right now with 1:32 to go, you don't need to hit it, shoot a 3. You only need to be good looks. You got to take care of the basketball as the number 1 priority.
McClurg will have it. Daringer on her. Back out front, Mesher. Ruane will defend against her. Mesher's going all the way. She'll pass it off to Barhorst. Goes off her hands, and Ruane will pick it up. Minster turnover. 1:15 to go. Daringer has it in the wing. Rabel comes out front. Another turnover. Mesher, there's the steal by Jacobs. 60 seconds. Ruane will get it back over to Hesse, or rather Rabel. Or Rabel, back over to Ruane. Jacobs in the picture.
Right around the basket here.
Daringer, she'll shoot the 3. No good. Rebound Jacobs, she had it. Mesher will have it. We've got a jump ball called. So possession error will favor St. Mary's, and Roughriders will take a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. 35 seconds to go. 4-point difference in this one. St. Mary's will have the basketball. And NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of tonight's high school basketball action on NKTelco Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503. Replays of tonight's contest Sunday, January the 30th at 10 a.m. and Sunday, February the 6th at 6 p.m. You can also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. Roughriders have the possession. Of course, our timeouts tonight all brought to you by Precision Strip. Big timeout and big play coming up.
Big play. They're running out of time. They really need a basket there. That's some good ball movement. Not able to get the foul call. It's a little ragged. Minster kind of had some careless turnovers. They didn't need to force the action like they did. Open the door at least a little bit for the Roughriders.
Daringer's going to inbound it. Goes inside to Ruane. Goes around Mesher. Mesher with a block.
Nice job there by Mesher. She kept her position. Didn't foul, just reached out her hand and blocked it. A big defensive stop there by Minster and the Wildcats.
Minster will inbound it, 30 seconds to go. McClurg will have it. Up court is Sparks. Across the timeline, Roughriders got a foul. Loose ball. Lamb will pick it up, and Deringer's going to be guilty of a foul.
Well, that ball's on the floor, but St. Mary's could not get to it. And there was an opportunity, but it bounced the wrong way. But Minster's hanging on.
Back in, yeah. We got 6 fouls now for St. Mary's. And it goes to McClurg.
She picked up her dribble. Oh, I thought it was double dribble.
I thought it was a double dribble as well. Going to have to foul, and it's going to go against the Roughriders finally with 8.4 seconds. I'm not sure why they didn't foul sooner.
No, and McClurg had the big threes in the first half.
You know, it's kind of like one of those things where you leave 13 seconds on the clock for a football team to go 2 points.
Yeah. Go figure. Nobody ever scored 13 seconds to go.
I'll tell you, the other week when the Bengals were on with Zach Taylor, he ran that thing down to 2 seconds, and now I know why. I've been wanting to say that all week.
You watch teams from now on, they'll make sure they never leave our what unbelievable games this weekend. That one was an all-timer.
Yeah, well, we got Cora Rabel at the free throw line. The junior goes to the line. 5.7 seconds left, and it's a 4-point difference in this one. So let's see what happens. She'll connect. Makes it a 3-point game.
Now, if you're Minster, and I think Coach Wiss is going to talk it over, you got to be very careful on the inbound. You just got to take care of the ball, and you can get a win here.
Wildcats will take a timeout. They'll take a 30-second timeout, so we'll just keep it right here. Wildcats with 5.7 seconds. We've got Cora Rabel at the free throw line, a 5'8 junior who's averaging 5 points a game for St. Mary's, and Rabel with, let's see, what has she got tonight?
Just one.
She's got 1 point.
Yeah, but if she can make this foul shot, make it a 2-point game, if you're St. Mary's, you got to get just a quick steal, got a quick foul right away, and you kind of run out of time, but there's still an opening there if they can pull it off, and I'm sure Coach Woods is emphasizing get the rebound. If not get the rebound, if they make it, you have to take care of the basketball.
So Cora Rabel will step to the line, and let's see what happens. All here on NKTelco Sports. Glad you're along for the ride. Nothing but net. It's a 2-point game. Reagan Almeyer, a sophomore, will come back into the lineup for the Riders. Here we go. McClurg will be fouled immediately. Reese Rabel. And there's 4.1 seconds left.
I think another thing Coach Wiss is probably wanting to talk about is what's our inbounds play to make sure that they're able to get there. Probably talk through that. If you don't, you can always call a timeout if needed. So took a little bit of time off the clock. McClurg could ice this if she could hit both.
McClurg's had an excellent game at 3 big threes in this contest. She steps to the line. Knocks it home, and she goes into double figures. Now comes McClincher. Well, they gave the ball to McClurg, and then they called the timeout. I don't know.
Yeah. And her own coach is going to ice her.
But we got a break in the action. Our score, Minster 43, St. Mary's 40. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Lift your career to new heights with Crown, an innovative global leader in the material handling industry with over a 75-year history of growth and success. We're seeking career-minded candidates for a wide variety of entry-level and skilled positions in our new Bremen, New Knoxville, Salina, Minster, and other U.S. locations. Visit crown.jobs to apply or find us on social media by searching Careers at Crown.
We've got a tight one here at Minster. Katie McClurg will step to the free throw line. Her team is up 43-40 with 4.1 seconds left, and McClurg trying to make it a 4-point difference. Nothing but net. And that's pretty well going to do it. And the Roughriders are going to lose it out of bounds. And that's kind of been the story of the night for St. Mary's.
Right there, things haven't quite worked together as Minster will snap a 3-game losing streak.
In the corner is Lamb. That's going to be it. Wildcats come away with an important win for them. As you said, Dave, they stopped the losing streak as they post a 44-40 victory. That brings Wildcats to 10-7 overall. St. Mary's falls to 13-5 overall. I'd like to take this opportunity to remind you that NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of tonight's high school basketball action on NKTelco Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503. Sunday, January the 30th at 10 a.m. and Sunday, February the 6th at 6 p.m. You also can watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors for tonight's contest. Crown Equipment Corporation, First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Meats, Sydney Allglaze Audiology, Precision Strip, Wagner's IGA, Borchers Floor Center, and NKTelco. I'll bring you tonight's basketball game between St. Mary's and Minster. Follow WCSM, AM 1350, 96.7 FM, and their internet exclusive games on WCSMradio.com all season. Your sports leader in Mercer and Allglaze counties. Also like to thank these sponsors as well. 5-star recruitment sponsor, Crown Equipment Corporation. MVP sponsors, Clopay and Nidec Minster. Scoreboard, First National Bank, Keys to the Game, Keyhole Pizza. Replays, Winners Meats. Our starting lineups brought to you by Sydney Allglaze Audiology. Timeout sponsor, Precision Strip. Stats and recap sponsor, Wagner's IGA. And Minster Live View sponsor tonight, Borchers Floor Center. And also our player of the game, brought to you by NKTelco.
Clopay Corporation, America's favorite garage door, is now hiring for all manufacturing and over-the-road Class A CDL driving positions. Clopay is the largest residential garage door manufacturer in North America, and we are continuing to grow. Join our team and work in a safe, clean, modern environment. Clopay offers a great benefits package as an equal opportunity employer and a drug-free work environment. Imagine the possibilities when you open the door to your career at clopay.com/careers.
Time now for our stats and recap. All brought to you by Wagner's IGA. And here's Dave Knapke with the numbers and the story of tonight's 44-40 Minster win.
Thanks, Dave. Look at this shooting. Favor of the Wildcats. They were 16 of 33 from the field. St. Mary's 14 of 42 on the threes. Minster 4 of 10. St. Mary's 6 of 17. Free throws 7 of 12 for the Wildcats. 8 of 15 for St. Mary's. Turnovers. Minster overcame having 21 turnovers on the night, compared to just 10 for St. Mary's. They won the battle to rebounding. Wildcats 17 rebounds, 13 for the Roughriders. Individual scoring for the Minster Wildcats. They had 3 players in double figures, led with Ella Mesher with 13 points, Katie McClurg with 11, Lily Barhorse with 10, Morgan Sparks with 7, Casey Albers with 11 for their total of 44 points. For the St. Mary's Roughriders, they had 6 players score, led by Kendall Deringer and Noelle Ruane, both with 12. And then you had Ella Jacobs with 5 points off the bench, Morgan Hesse with 4, Carson McLaughlin with 5. St. Mary's will go to 13-5 on the season. They were back at Kenton on Thursday night, and Minster, they go to 10-7 on the season. They host St. Mary's here on Thursday night. We'll have that streamed on NKT.TV. And Minster goes to 10-7 in all. You know, Minster, they're not used to having too many 3-game losing streaks. Coach Lewis, I think, had his team played a great first half. Did enough, especially down the stretch, to win it for the Wildcats.
Yeah, and you take a look at this one, and Minster had a pretty solid lead, and it just St. Mary's kept trying to come back, but they just didn't have the shots fall for them tonight. It was just a little bit of a difficult night for them. And one reason is our player of the game, brought to you by NKTelco. I thought Katie McClurg played an excellent game. She hit some big threes there. A couple of them in the first quarter that I thought were just very important to the game. And then, of course, she iced it. Hit the 2 free throws under pressure with only 4.1 seconds to go. That's my player of the game, and NKTelco player of the game is Katie McClurg.
Yeah, she set the tone early. She hit those threes, I think, about the first 2 possessions, or 2 of the first 3, and she had 3 threes on that, and that opened the inside, which is really the strength of Minster with Barhorse and Mesher. That opened the inside, and then she handled the ball a lot, and yeah, had those big free throws. She missed one with possession before, but hit the 2 when it count. Congratulations to Katie McClurg, our player of the game.
And from Minster, that's going to do it for us. Nice win for the Wildcats as they pick up win number 10, and they stand 10-7 overall. Our final score. Alongside me tonight, Dave Kanapke. I'm Dave Helmstead, and once again from Minster. Here on NKTelco Sports, our final score: the Minster Wildcats 44, St. Mary's Memorial Roughriders 40. You have been watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.